Alan Wake.
I'm Alan Wake.
A game by Remedy Entertainment, the company responsible for some of the best third-person action shooters on the market.
Max Payne 1 and 2 brought in slow-motion shootouts, gritty storytelling, and a main character who looks happily constipated in the first game and is a completely different person in the second.
Then we have Quantum Break, released around the time Microsoft was still pushing their console as a set-top box rather than a games machine.
You and your TV are going to have a relationship.
We're not.
The action was fast-paced and allowed for the use of timey-wimey elements to affect the environment, sort of like Blinks. Where is that cat?
Don't mess with time. Meow.
And then the wonderfully imaginative Control, a Metroidvania type which added flight and telekinesis to the list of skills you could use during combat, set in a location that was a cross between the X-Files and that building in Manhattan that scares Tom Hanks.
Alan Wake was originally released in 2010 and was Remedy's first game since Max Payne 2. A kooky town, a troubled writer, gameplay that looked like an adult version of Luigi's Mansion.
I've got the flashlight.
A fleshlight? Oh, well, that's a very adult version of Luigi's Mansion. 10 years later, and after the success of Control, and with an upcoming sequel, Remedy had thought it best to shake the bed and wake up Alan for a re-release. So what's it all about, Sally?
Mr. Alan Wake feels like a cross between a 90s cheesy horror show and something from the sordid mind of Stephen King during those days.
Honey, come on over here, sugar buns. This machine just called me an ass.
Mr. Wake is suffering from writer's block, which is tough for him as writing is his job, and the blocking of that means that he can't do it.
To help break the block, he decides to get away from the city's hustle and bustle with his very much alive wife Alice.
So he goes to
Bright Falls, a beautiful town in bumf nowhere. This stunning location is a fantastic place to bring the whole family, or just your wife. Just make sure you keep a close eye on them.
Why not head on over to Oh Dear Diner, where the coffee is always hot, the jukebox is playing, and the corridor leading to the bathroom is so dark you might bump into a friendly local.
What's this? Your own private island getaway with a very safe lake to swim in? You'll have the time at the end of your life. But what else is around?
The woods. How about the woods? There's lots of time to spend in the woods. I like to walk in the woods and ponder on my thoughts. Like how many days in a row is it acceptable to wear the same hoodie and jacket combo? Are these real people from the town that I'm killing? And just how much industry and workforce can one small town support anyway?
If you're having trouble finishing your book, then head on over to Bright Falls, where nothing bad ever happens.
Sounds wonderful. I assume he relaxes, has a good time with his wife, and finishes his book in no time. The end.
Or is it?
It most definitely isn't.
I know.
You see, the writer's block seems to be coupled with a psychotic breakdown, except for when it's not.
There's a witch.
And possessed birds.
And there's a rock show.
And just like my ex-girlfriend, this game will give you trust issues. Did that lamp just move on its own? Yes, it did, Susan, and now it's trying to kill me.
I sold all my furniture and only sleep when the sun is up.
It's just a game.
Not to me. I mean, what other game could you read along while playing, or play along while reading, or listen along while playing and reading?
Caller, you're on the air.
Hi, yeah, long time listener, first time caller. I just need to confess, some murder because I've done a lot of it.
There's a lot of walking through dark but nicely detailed woods. Reminds me of real life, searching for a nice place for a bit of dogging.
Except in the game, you're constantly being attacked by the shadow people.
If you're not here to join in, then bugger off.
There's about 3 puzzle sections to help break up all the shooting.
If you struggle to put the circle in the circle hole, then you'll find them to be real head scratchers. Here's a tip from our games master.
Just move the truck full of wood to line up with the others.
Wow, thanks games master.
Shut up, you incompetent twat. The quirkiness of the game gives it a certain style that could have perhaps been pushed a little further.
Just like Marmite, some people love it and some people use it to write nasty things about me on my garage door. I won't complain about free toast topping in this economy. So it's a pretty interesting game and a nice remake that doesn't go crazy but smartens itself up, tucks in its shirt and washes its hair. Is the gunplay as good as Max Payne?
No. Is the world as interesting as Control?
No. Does it have better characters than Quantum Break?
No idea. Never played it.
But is it fun wandering through the woods, sucking the demons out of the local residents before shotgunning them in the face? Yes. Yes, it is.